Good morning, everybody. Here I am, your little Sunday morning sugar plum fairy. Now, you may be wondering why we began with that piece of music. I think it has a slight whiff of retaliation about it after we played on Friday Elephants Have Wrinkles to herald a certain person's appearance. The battle will continue. Now then, if the weather forecasters have it right, it is going to be a sunny and a warm day, perfect for gardening, walking, relaxing, and tuning into our website Worship Eucharist. Now, we're absolutely delighted to be able to bring you a service from inside each of our lovely churches. It's been wonderful to go in, dust off the altars, polish the candlesticks, turn on the lights, evict the odd mouse or two, and breathe some of the life and soul back into these beautiful buildings. This emergency has been accompanied by the prohibition of clergy entering church buildings and using them for prayer and worship. And this has made us reflect really upon the role, the purpose, the value of our churches. And today we share some of that reflection with you in our worship, celebrated in places that are at the heart of our community. So please do join us with the wonders of modern photography and a helping hand from the ever fantastic Ollie in the cutting room. We have done our best to bring you images from inside the places that we know you hold dear, and we hope that you will feel able to be part of our worshipping community and celebrate with us today. We continue with Thy Kingdom Come. This is the title, you may remember, of 9 days of prayer between Ascension and Pentecost, otherwise known as the Novena. This year's Novena is a wonderful opportunity to join in prayer with people across the world. On each of the 9 days, our website will contain Thy Kingdom Come versions of prayer during the day and night prayer, and we encourage you to join us at some point or other during the day. And if you've never tried our website worship before, then do give it a go. We commend it to you and hope that you will be able to join us for our services. Service leaflets are emailed out with viral times each day. We come now to the Rambling Rector. Well, in fact, 2 rambling rectors. Now, Anne Robertson emailed to say that, quote, "On my permitted exercise today, I noticed that the stunning Rambling Rector is out in all its glorious splendour in St Mildred's churchyard." Now, this brought back memories of a little episode a short while ago of a certain person up a ladder pruning the St Mildred's Rambling Rector, and a photograph or 2 appeared in a national newspaper. One of these rambling rectors attracts bees, birds and other pollinators, has nectar, pollen-rich flowers, and provides shelter and a habitat, which may be something to do with my aftershave. Anyway, have a look at the photographs in the viral times, and maybe you'll remember the originals coming out a few years ago. Now, from 2 rambling rectors to 3 in 1. Now, Mo Dobson spotted a little snippet in our sister paper, The Times. It is too good not to share, and it reminded us of an affirmation of faith that we don't use very often in our worship. Now, the article is too small in print from me to read at this distance, and so I suggest you open your viral Times and have a look. It concerns Sir Ian McKellen and Judy Dench and how they connect with the Holy Trinity and the Athanasian Creed. So if that doesn't whet your appetite to investigate further, I don't know what will. Okay, so the Athanasian Creed is rushing past at a rate of knots, and as it comes to an end, so we reach the alphabet of church life. Now, you may remember that we struggled a bit yesterday because we had reached the letter I, and all we came up with was interesting and inspirational. And then Nick Hudd waded in and reminded us that I can also stand for intercession, which of course it can. Now, intercession is the moment in our worship when we pray or intercede for the needs of the church and the world and for all who are in need. All Christians are called to share in the ministry of Christ's intercession for the whole world. We often pray with language which comes from the Bible and from the texts of our liturgy, but we knit together these words and images with ideas which come from our own hearts and from the community in which we pray. Well, today we thank God for the people in our churches who lead the intercessions with such care. So I is for intercession, and the alphabet continues. We're counting down now through our little mathematical puzzle that we set each day, and I have to say that here in the Corona Bunker we are delighted by the response to our humble little countdown game. Before moving on to the solution to yesterday's, we're going to rewind to the day before. Now, then we awarded Hugh Crouch the accolade of the most inventive solution, but there was a late entry. Hugh will still keep his crown because the alternative does bend the rules a little, but nevertheless it's worthy of mention. David Flujab Dodds sent in this method. Now it looks like, from this distance, 7 to the power of 3, that's 7 times 7 times 7, equals 343, to which you can add 75, and then you add 9 minus 8, is that right? And then a further 3, which brings you, lo and behold, to 422, which was the target. So well done, David, and you can have the, you can have a little prize too, really, because we're very even-handed here in the bunker. And from David Dodds, we move to Anne Cheeseman, who has found the solution to yesterday's and reports this. For someone who's useless at maths, I've solved countdown for the 3rd day running, having missed the target by 2 on the first day. I'm feeling quite proud of myself, but these puzzles are too easy. Chris always gets them. My solution, says Anne, is 7 times 9 equals 63 plus 75 equals 138 times 3 equals 414 plus 8 equals 422. So we say well done to both Anne and Chris and share with you today's numbers: 50, 10, 9, 7, 3 and 1, and the target is 711. I think that might be the highest target we've ever had, isn't that right? No, someone's shaking their head over in the corner. So I stand corrected. Now, Sunday night is, well, it used to be, didn't it? I think London Palladium night many years ago. But this Sunday, today, is Zoom night. Now, we visit Zoom every Sunday and have done for the last few weeks. Those of you with the technology and the inclination to Zoom are very warmly invited to view a whole gallery of happy, excited little faces and share in an act of worship at 6 o'clock this evening. So in Viral Times today is the information you need to take part, the ID number, the link and so on and so forth, and an accompanying leaflet has been sent out with today's Viral Times. Now, here in the Corona Bunker, we are distraught because we still have no further paragraphs of the novella to share with you all. So do contain your disappointment. Know that you are not alone in feeling bereft, but know also that we are working very hard to bring the next few paragraphs of our story to you. And of course, this is all one of the consequences of working with a team of writers who are so committed to literary excellence. And their creative juices sometimes seize up, and rather than rush off some inferior copy, they take the view that nothing but the best will do for you, which means that we're taking a short break while the final paragraphs are beautifully crafted for you to read. So hopefully our novella will be back soon. So contain yourselves in the meantime and embark upon this little challenge. Now we have almost 400 email recipients of the Viral Times. Well, to be precise, 396, which means that we just need, those of you who are good at countdown will work this out, no fewer and no more than 4. Well, more would be happier situation to be in. But if we could get 4 more recipients to reach the magic 400, the Corona Bunker team would be very happy. So can you add anyone, with their permission of course, to our email database? In addition, 62 copies are being delivered by hand each day by our faithful team, and that means that 458 copies leave the bunker each day. So whatever you send for publication will reach a huge audience, so keep the material flowing. Now we conclude our little history of our 3 churches today with a little bit about St John's, which I won't read out to you now because it's too long. We think today's material, and yesterday's also, may possibly have been by Colin Young, doyen of the local history society, but we've yet to confirm that. But the material on St John's Church and community is most interesting to read. So when you get your Viral Times open, have a look and see what you think. And maybe there's stuff in there that you have or will discover for the very first time. We come now to Thought for the Day. There's the usual reading from, in this case, Luke's Gospel. There will be a little reflection on that Bible passage and some prayers to go with that. And then all I think it needs for me to point out, or really to remind you about, is our website worship. So go onto the website, have a look at our daily services and the video edition of the Viral Times. Remember that leaflets to accompany our website worship are sent out with Viral Times each day. There are the usual contact points. Do remember that people are here ready to assist you should you need any assistance, both Refuge and Helping in Tenterden and the ministry team. And now I think all I need to say is, please remember, keep safe, keep praying and keep connected. Thank you.